These are tales of danger and the pursuit of endless riches. Adventurers and heroes from all parts of the world charging into the unknown, setting steel and magic against the most impossible foes, with each time wondering if this would be the last. Storms gather on the horizon, and evil rises from the waters of despair. These are tales of endless adventure. These are the Awakened Fables.
To those of you listening in to this session, welcome to the sands of Odria. As of last session, you had confronted various different ideologies. There was a bit of a watch, and then you lost a member at night.
Yep, Anya, never forget.
Yes, Anya, never forget. And as of this session, the rest of the crew continues their watch, only to find that one of their members has yet to return.
Can I sleep? Sorry.
Can you sleep? Yes, you can sleep.
Good. So I would, I guess, wake up either Rin or Riker, and for our purposes, it'd be Rin.
I believe Rin agreed to watch anyway because his perception is much better than Riker's, I believe.
That's right.
And Riker's having a deep sleep in a meeting at the moment. So yeah, I'd wake Rin up and let him know that the Connoir's gone off chasing the harpies, and there were a few dispatches, and here's a note we found. Yeah. And then I'd go to sleep.
Oh, that's quite a bit of that's a bit of news. Okay.
Yeah, it was a heavy watch.
Bye then.
Heavy watch.
All right. I can get onto deciphering this note if you like. I'll let you know more in the morning. We'll see. I'm sure he'll. I'm sure that Conan will turn up whenever he's.
I'm sure. Yeah. It didn't seem to be anything that he'd planned. It was just I think a spur of the moment decision. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be back soon. But keep an eye out for him.
All right, I'm sure it'll be terribly easy to spot him. He's not all good at sneaking up at me at night. Oh, I'm gonna get something dumped on me, aren't I? Okay, all right, back to watch. Rin will sort of just scurry out of the underdecks. Shall we call them underdeck?
Underdecks, yeah.
To the
above deck,
loading deck.
Yep.
And
he's gonna stay like partially in a corner or something as he keeps watch, so he's not very obtrusive. Other than he is wearing all white at night, so his level of obtrusiveness is still pretty high, I'd assume.
Yep. All right, so you're doing your 2 hours watch so that your crew members can finally get some needed rest.
Yes, so it was this is, I think Rin was last watch, wasn't he? Because it was Conrad.
That's right, you were last watch.
Then Yasoon, then one, then Rin.
That's right.
Yep, okay, cool. So, do you need me to roll anything for that, like a perception or anything?
Yes, roll a perception, please.
Since it's over a long period of time, I won't add guidance because that would be for a short period of time. 15.
15. In the distance, to the northern section of the vessel, you spot a dark cloud getting smaller and smaller.
Okay, it's getting smaller and smaller. Could I do a nature check just to see what I think about that cloud?
Sure, go ahead.
And that is 21.
With a 21, similar to what one had just told you, it could be the harpies that they're heading away from the ship.
Just on a basis of nervousness, I'm gonna see So Rin has that. He's going to sort of like shove some cloth in his ears or something that he's like probably just from some of his like other clothes or whatever, just in his ears, so he can't hear them until he can fully see they're out of sight.
Of course.
You know, so being able to hear Harpy sounds like a bad plan.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've got like
As
a
they
defense
are
clothes,
pretty far out, possibly 300 feet or more away in the north, and they're in a visual range. They're getting smaller, so they're getting further away
Okay.
as you spotted them.
Mhm.
Although the precaution that you've taken is still wise.
When they're like fully out of sight and I can't see any more harpies flapping about, then I'll take it out. Just okay.
Yep. So you take it out. Yes.
I was going to say, I don't think that Yasune is going to be sleeping or leaving the deck with a missing crew member, especially as important a one as Conwa. So I'm going to be kind of like eyes on the horizon. So we saw him fly off after the harpies, and now we're seeing the harpies pass across the horizon.
That's right. At least with Rin.
All right, I can make a perception.
Yep, roll a perception check.
And maybe Rin can help me.
Yeah, just I'll help you. Like if he's looking out, he'll point out the relevant bit to you.
Yep.
All right.
That's enough for a help.
Yep. Give me a second. I'm just
15 is what you need.
All right. Sorry, give me a second.
Help action is a wonderful thing.
It is such a wonderful thing. Okay. Oh, I did it once.
Okay, second time. 12 would not cut it. 23 will cut it.
Yeah.
You can see the dark cloud cluster of these harpies heading north.
Is there any
Take
sign?
Away from you.
Okay. Is there any sign of Conwa?
Unfortunately, it's too far away. You're not able to make that
And how long has
distinction.
he been gone for?
He's been gone for an hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay, an hour's nothing. That's all right.
This is the first hour of watch of the 2 hours. On the second hour of watch, roll perception check.
Okay. 20 plus 5.
I'll help you.
Okay. I'll roll a second one. Yeah, okay. Good thing, because that was a
7.
with the help from Yasun. 25 with a nat 20.
Nice. With a natural 20,
Natural 20.
skies are clear.
Rin sees all and knows all.
Sand is bare, with the exception of the corpses of the worms still above the sand.
Stinking things up.
Nothing is within your sight, and there are no signs of harpies anywhere.
During second watch, I'll have him ask, Yasun, did something happen to Anya or anyone else? I just noticed, because I presume no one did anything with her body. It's still just lying there, isn't it?
I thought you decapitated the body.
And pushed it down.
Push it
And
down.
then I strung both of their heads.
On a pike, on a spear, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking
That's what I
maybe.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
At the
so
front of the ship.
it's clearly visible for Rin there.
Oh, poor Rin.
He's like, did something happen there? You seem to have done some decapitations. That's it.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. Is that a problem? Do you want me to?
Oh no!
Do you want me to get rid of it?
Oh no! It's your vessel. You can do as you wish. I was just curious. I was just wondering what sort of thing had led to that maybe occurring. Yes.
Well, you know, I don't know. I just didn't really see a future with Anya. I just really wasn't working out.
Oh,
And then, I take out the note and show him the note. I think they were going to poison us. I think.
that's
That looks like her handwriting.
yes. Well, congratulations. You've thwarted a poisoning attempt. If you're ever terribly concerned, I could probably try and search out maybe a source of poisoning if it's going on somewhere. I could.
That'd be really good. Can I ask you a question, Rin?
Yes.
Of course, yes, right, yep.
You tell me if I was, if it was inappropriate to, stick heads on the front of your ship. I mean, where I come from, that's a big thing, right? We do it all the time. But I'm a bit of a stranger here, and I'm just going with the flow. But, if you didn't think it was appropriate, I'd be more than happy to put them on the back.
Well, I would say that they did not necessarily do that in the temple, but based on what I've seen of the lands around this place, it seems to be a practice which I'd find quite believable to be the norm. They seem to be quite happy with murdering, so
okay.
I'd suggest it's probably not going to cause a faux pas unless you upset anyone who personally knew any of them, and in which case they might be upset. It's hard to say. I really can't decide. It's a strong statement, so it's a strong one.
Well, it's a desert. It's important to, make it clear where you stand.
Right. Yes. Right. Whew.
How well do you know Conwa?
I can only say I know I can only say that I know him as well as anyone could after having spent about a week and a bit with a person. I ran into him first when I was making my way to Outpost De Hayes. Him, one, and I fell in together just as a general sort of safety thing for traveling sake. I had business there, and it was just a convenient sort of meeting, I do suppose. Why?
I mean, it's almost second watch. He's gone. He hasn't come back. He hasn't left us a message or anything. Do you think he's probably just going off and doing what birds do in the desert?
I can't
Should
say.
we start worrying?
I could look into possibly doing something to figure things out at some point. If the concern does become a mounting issue, I could possibly see what I could scry or discern through the weaves. But until then, I can't say. Perhaps he's just upset over something going on. I really don't know exactly about how the circumstances of him going missing in the first place. They were briefly explained to me by one that there was some harpies attacking, and they may have killed everyone or some people. I don't quite know what happened, but something.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, well, okay.
All right, good.
So your watch is complete.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Khalid come out from the holding deck. Oh my God! Why are they dead? Captain, am I next? Are you going to kill me?
Have you done something wrong?
No, but I don't know. Have I done something wrong? Master Rin, please.
I'm not a great judge of right and wrong all the time, but I think Rika likes you, so I think that's generally a positive point in your favor. So I think you're probably okay.
The lizard wizard says I'm good, but the captain killed the one that she loves. How do I fare against that?
Well, how do we know? How do we know what we love? It's really,
Rin whispers to Khalid, it may not be a good idea to ever get involved romantically with Yasune. It doesn't seem to
Captain, you mean Captain Yasune. I mean Captain, yes, Captain, yes, and he's bowing, prostrating himself. He's writing a name tag on his chest next.
I feel like Yasune's strategy is working. She's already commanding more respect.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, here's the thing, Khalid. I'm not going to chop you into pieces, I mean, are you planning on poisoning the crew, or
No,
is there
no,
any?
no. I work for you. I like the boat. Mr. Lizard Wizard, he saved my life. I am good. I do not lie. I don't want to fight. Fighting is hurtful.
You really don't need to be too stressed about this. As long as you get on with everyone, you don't try to do
Should I
anything.
clean the
untoward.
blood or is that aesthetic?
No, I like this.
Okay,
So-
I'm doing my morning cleaning of the deck as
All right.
much as I can do it. Thank you, Captain. Yes. Thank you, Captain. Yes.
Khalid,
Yes.
Khalid,
Yes, Captain.
can you tell me a story?
A story of the olden times or any story, really?
I don't mind. Just a story to pass the time.
Okay, so then he tells you a story, and an hour passes.
Is it a good story?
He's quite nervous, so he stutters at certain points on the story. Roll an insight check if it was a good story.
All right, let me make an insight check. Because if it was a good story, I'm going to like him more. Okay. 17.
17. Considering what style of combat you've performed so far, he's told you a very adventurous story.
Okay.
Mainly of the city of Yazdar and the other arena fighters that he's commentated on.
I like this story. This is a good story. I'll pat him on the head.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
And
And he continues to swab the deck. All right. At this point, it's 7 a.m. in the morning. You're all very well rested, and it's most likely time to do either more repairs on the ship or explore this temple that you've uncovered.
Well, shall we break into just an initial group? The captain and the crew can do the repairs and whatever needs to be done, and the others can, I don't know, explore the temple maybe.
All right.
Hey, Lizard Wizard.
Lizard Wizard is awake.
I had to kill some ophthalmologists, but they all finished now. Like,
The world has too many ophthalmologists.
yeah, I was like, your medicine is dumb and very located to tiny organ. And I was immediately sacked from my position with the college, so now I got plenty of time for D&D.
Hey!
Yay!
What I miss is what I miss.
No much. They just did the last remaining 2 hours of their morning watch. Khalid saw the beheaded heads of the traitors, and he has prostrated himself and told a very fascinating story to the captain.
Oh,
I like this Khalid. He's a good storyteller. I'm very pleased. We should definitely not cut his head off or leave him behind to be eaten by sandmen.
for Yesune to say that, well, I mean, I'm still asleep, so this has worked out well.
No, you're awake now.
Oh, we are awake now. Oh, cool. Good morning, everyone. God, I slept like absolute rock. Super
Yes,
nice.
I can be grateful for that sometimes.
Oh,
I
really?
can be loud at night.
Usually you do the loud shouts. It was kind of lullaby, the screams. It was good.
That's good to hear. I'm glad I can be of use, and it's not just a horrible experience all around. Yes.
Okay, so what we miss? What we doing?
Well, we're just waiting for Conroy to come back.
Where'd he go? Shopping? We're in the middle of desert.
No,
What happened?
he went after some harpies, and I don't know, he's maybe found something interesting to eat.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, that does sound like Convoir. He goes, I mean, we fought those pirates before he went away for a bit. I mean, how long he been gone?
3 hours.
3 hours is reasonable.
Guess we check on. Whoa, okay, geez, Anya's dead. Okay, that's her head on the stick over there.
Oh,
yes,
you think I should put it on the back? I put it on the
I
front.
mean, no,
I can put it on the back.
And aesthetically, I think it's imposing up front,
Yeah. And they balance each other, right?
And look, she's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is your thing, but like, I thought you guys maybe had a thing. I don't.
Well, I thought it was a local thing. I was just trying to blend in. I mean,
Well,
I do it
yeah.
too, where I come from, right?
Yeah, I mean, this, I don't know. Clearly, where you're from, when you love someone, you decapitate them and put them on the mast.
Oh, that's not entirely true. She did try to poison us. Although, wait, I killed her before I found that out, didn't I?
Yes.
You did
I
jump to some conclusion by the sounds of it.
Listen, if end justifies means, then like kind of fine in my opinion. Like you did the right thing without knowing it, so that's still right. I don't know.
I'm kind of psychic.
Yeah, like one. I don't know. You got feelings about that, or are we good with this?
It was right in the moment. Things were just a bit messy.
I can put it back on. I mean, I don't know if it'll do any good, but I don't know.
Look, what's done is done. Let's
I mean, if you guys, please, if in the future I'm going to cut someone else's head off and you don't think it's appropriate, I would appreciate you maybe we could take a vote on it or something.
I don't know. I think, some executive veto power for decapitation is necessary for good captaincy. You need executive privilege to a degree.
True.
Khalid, I would say, ask me before you kill him. But, I don't know, convincing arguments and, sorry, Khalid, you're my friend, but the captain says, I don't know, she's pretty convincing.
I'm not going to cut his head off. He tells really good stories. Unless he tells really bad stories.
Nah.
That'd never happen. Don't worry.
No, that wouldn't happen.
I like Khalid. He's pleasant.
Yeah, well, there you go.
What you think, Rin? It's early. We wait for Birdman before we go down. We don't wait for Birdman.
I don't think there's any harm in taking a bit of a look. I do wish to truly explore the temple and he looks at the just wrecked state of the boat. The boat's not going anywhere. We could always ask Khalid to pass on the message of where we've gone if that's necessary, right? Yes.
That is true. That is true. I didn't think about that. The boat is not really ready to sail, which means none of the crew could steal it.
I'll go down and I'll make sure that there is a proper supply of water for the day in case they have need of it. I'll just go take that. Right. Yes. Right. Rin will
go. Sorry, you go.
I'm just saying Rin will go below decks and he'll create water in the water storage barrel that we've got down there.
Yep.
Just first level spell. I'm assuming 10 gallons of water should be enough for 4 people for a day. That's 50 liters.
Yeah.
Winston had a bodies.
Yes. Go ahead, Matt.
I was just going to say, presumably the bodies of these harpies are there's blood and feathers around and.
Yeah, they're also encased in a light coating of sand, but yes, it'd still be around.
I think I would be one or 4 of them and gesture to one and be like, "Easy night" or no.
What is that? So what did you say?
Just gesturing at the 4 dead harpies, being like, "Eventful evening" or.
It was a lot. Yeah, but I got some cool talons, and I'll sort of pull them out and show Riker. I was thinking of having a knuckle duster made with harpy talons. Cool.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. That way, anyone gets too close, they get close range ice knife,
Exactly. I mean, I know I'm not much of a puncher. You're the punching man, but
Oh, we can do punching lessons. Punching easy. You just got to really hate the guy. It's more in the mind than the hand. And like having literal talent strapped to you only help. Like,
that's what I thought.
It's kind of power posing, basically. I mean, you got that down. It's just modified power posing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what fighting is.
An accessory, an intimidating accessory. I like it.
I mean, this hammer, like the hammer is big, don't get me wrong, but it's about what you want to do with the hammer, which does the damage, not the hammer itself. I mean, look, when you turn someone into jam, it is the stone, but it's about how you feel.
Yeah, and it's about what the people think you can do when they see the hammer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure one guy turned into jam before I hit him, which is just like, that's just
crazy.
Crazy. That's how I knew I was Wizard. Hey, listen, Conwar, 3 hours is a while. Are you gonna come back?
Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit worried. But you know, it's true. The ship can't go anywhere. And if he comes back while we're down in the temple, then he can rest and we can see him when we're done. You know, you and I both know that sometimes you need to go walk about. You know, you need to get away from where you are for whatever reason. So,
I think. Sorry,
think
Captain.
No, it's okay. Do you think he's maybe still cross at Rin because they had that argument?
It was not good. I mean, he is not one to hold grudge, but Conwar, I mean, it was heated, more heated than I have seen him. And, like, I think he's pretty gentle, Conwar. He does not like being questioned like that. And if he needs to blow off steam, then I think that is fine. I think, hang on, listen, why don't we get ready for things to go down? And I think Riker would, like, go down to his pack and, like, scrawl a note and, like, leave some biscuits out for Conwar and be like, hey, buddy, downstairs when you come back. Hope you're well. LW for Lizard Wizard. Just, like, leave it, like, and climb up to the crow's nest and, like, leave it under a little towel for his buddy to be like, hey, you're back, like, and like, you know, he's probably still got some loose teeth from where that monk punched him, and he'd leave him one of his teeth so he knew it was Riker.
That's nice of you, Riker. I think he'd appreciate that.
No, should we leave him a head? He likes heads.
Oh, they're still on the front.
Yeah.
No.
So wait, if Riker lost a tooth, are Dragonborn like sharks, or like does he just keep growing more teeth as he loses them? I'd assume yes.
Yes.
I mean, I got the mouth like full of teeth, like too many. Like.
All right. So, you waited another hour. He is yet to return. It's starting to get hotter in the morning. It's currently 8 a.m.
If we could go down now, I'm more prepared. If everyone else is to take a look inside of the temple, I really do need to get in there.
I'm just going to make sure that Leto rigs a sailcloth over the deck so nobody gets heat stroke.
Riker.
Yes, Captain.
Riker, do you think that we could take Khalid to tell some stories going down there?
I am coming with you. Should I not stay? I will wait for the Birdman.
I don't know. We could get bored, and a story would be good.
I feel like we
Please
can
protect me.
Up
I
here.
feel like I'm next.
I think it would be like, I think I would go to Khalid and be like, well, Khalid, the captain has offered you a position on the land party. Alternatively, staying on the boat and keeping the crew safe would be serving me and serving the captain well, and have proved yourself loyal, albeit extremely neurotic. And I would be happy with you by my side or protecting my captain's possessions.
He looks at you. He looks at the captain. He nods furiously. Because I'm coming with you. A tear
No.
comes down his cheek. Let's
Oh.
go! I will
Oh.
tell you the stories. But keep
Cradle
me
him,
safe.
cradle him like a little bear cub and walk him down.
Before we go, the barrels of water, were the barrels poisoned? Did we get rid of those?
You have not gotten rid of those.
Yeah, I feel like we should probably do that.
Oh, can I?
Or I would have
Good
gone down
remembering.
with Rin and done that.
I believe I can use Purify Poison or something like that.
You have a spell like that?
I think there was a cleric spell, which is Purify Poison.
Purify food and drink.
Purify Food and Drink, Transportation, yes. And it's a ritual, so I can just, since we got plenty of time, I can basically just swap around one spell, ritual cast that, and then it'll be Purified of Poison.
Yeah.
And then swap back around, because it takes me like 1 minute to swap around a level 1 spell for another level 1
Yeah,
spell.
that's right.
Okay,
that's
cool.
like, in under 15 minutes I can do that. So we can just say that I go and do that if you remind me, and the water is purified of
Yep.
poison.
Awesome. I just
So
didn't
that
want any
happened.
surprise poisoning.
Captain,
so
do
you
you
have.
tell the other crew why everyone's dead this morning? I mean, I don't question it.
They don't question
Oh.
it. The only one who questions it is Khalid.
Cool, and he's coming with us. Okay, this crew is true legit. Okay, love this.
I think so. And I think that the crew also was a little bit over those two anyway, so they were probably happy for there to be, a reordering of the
The guard.
personnel.
Yeah, there was an incident where they were bullying. Can't remember who it was now.
I think that's
They
exactly
were
right.
bullying Khalid.
Oh, that's
Okay, there you go. My
Yeah,
favourite
we all
word.
mean Khalid.
Was one of these guys bullying Khalid?
Yeah, but I saw to it last night. Don't worry.
No, I'm going to see to it right now. And Ryder's
Indeed.
going to hand the hammer and golf swing that guy's head off the pike just into the sand. Like, happily burn one level of rage and just yeet this guy's head over a sand dune.
You're in the sand.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That's some good
Don't prove
eating.
anything to anyone, but just like making a visible, like, no one touched my little bear cub man, my old Arabic bear cub man.
Okay then. Rin just looks at that going like, all right, I'm going to go down to the temple now.
Let's go. Yep.
Like, all right.
All right,
Right.
let's do it.
All right.
So,
As you head down to the temple, you can see that the entrance is somewhat encased in a light covering of sand. You'll have to dig it out.
Okay.
you
So
got shovels and one has mold earth, don't you?
Yeah. So firstly I'll do mage armor just because,
Oh yeah, Rin will mage armor up as well.
and then with you guys on the shovels, and I'll throw some mold earth to clear it.
all right, Thomas, your character has been traveling for a few hours now,
Fuck.
and a wrong step in the sand has gotten you stuck. I would like you to roll a
Death saving.
athletics check. Not a death saving throw. I'm
Athletics?
not that mean.
Roll some death saving. Okay, your character died of heat stroke, so like we'll see you next week.
Death
Thomas.
saving throw with a -7 to it, Just gotta make it real.
Was that an
Don't
athletics
think about
check?
that.
Athletics check.
Oh,
I rolled a 3.
welcome to
Cool.
the team.
All right.
That's the two.
Barbarian,
That's the two
for sure,
spirits.
barbarian, no doubt in my mind.
So, as your group starts to dig out the entrance, you can see two pairs of legs trying to shimmy itself out of the sand.
Oh
One, does your spell make legs? There's some legs in here.
no, it doesn't.
Hey, are you sure? It could be one of those leg spells.
What do the legs look like? Tell me what the legs look like. They big legs? They little legs?
They chicken legs.
Describe your legs.
They are relatively little-ish legs, pale skin, but like heavily tanned pale skin, and lovely sandals on the feet. On the feet, yes, and bushels of hair on the top of the foot.
It's a halfling.
For the
Can I make
record,
a next
everyone from now on, when you meet
Yes,
your
you
new
can.
character, you can only describe one limb of them. First time.
And you got to grab one limited time per session, so it's like adds mystery. It's like, this is what my right arm looks like.
Describe your
With a 19, it was a strength roll, right?
No, I was doing
nature?
a nature roll to see what it was.
This is clearly a halfling. You're not sure how it got in here or in this area without you noticing it through the night, but somehow it got here.
Do you think it's someone here to kill us again? Most things that we come across seem to try to want to kill us. I'm just voicing some caution here. Wisely so.
Sure. Let's not
Roll
jump
another athletics check, Thomas.
Are they good eating?
Well, with those very plump legs, probably.
I reroll ones.
You are a halfling. You are a halfling. Yeah.
You are a halfling. Reroll
Oh my
that
god.
one. You are lucky,
Oh.
but not that lucky.
Oh, wow,
Not
yeah.
that lucky.
Those legs are really going at it.
So,
It's like
I rolled
Can I
a
walk
five.
over
These
and
little
join
legs.
him out?
As you see this halfling, it is alive. It seems to struggle, but instead of going up and out of its hole, it seems to go further into the hole.
Oh, that can happen. Riker, can you give me a hand? And I'll.
okay, legs, we coming out now.
Yep.
Okay.
We're just gonna give you a yank, and I'll pull. We'll pull the
Halfling out.
Yeah.
All right.
As I do this, Runa will whisper to you soon. I haven't looked into this yet, but I give us 2-to-1 odds that they're probably going to try and shank us.
With a 19,
Oh.
Riker, just grab one of its chubby little legs, pull it out. You have a halfling.
Chubby. Goodness.
So, describing your character, but from the feet upward, because you're emerging from the sand that way, Thomas.
Like a reverse mermaid.
I'll do
Yes.
that. No worries. All right. So you can see an individual. This is what their body looks like, and that is what their face looks like. Sending images to the chat, but I will be describing.
Ooh.
Now they're not. So the clothing they're wearing is very like light desert clothing. So a lot of like tan colors, a little bit of red for flair and such. It very well equipped. Like for the desert heat, they have leather armor on, and a backpack on their back, and some kind of instrument to their side.
Which appears to be
Oh,
slightly slanting, but not broken
Okay.
because of the sand damage.
Can you tell us, what do the shins look like? We got to get the shins, though.
What's like knee to hip kind of deal?
Yeah,
Like,
need a hip deal.
Hi.
no.
Are you okay?
I'm so covered in sand.
Yeah.
This was terribly unpleasant of me.
What happened? How did you get in there?
Oh, it's a halfling. It's a very small person. Hello, Miss. I am Khalid. This is my band of Captain and the Lizard Wizard. And am I to introduce everyone? I don't want to be forward.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Khalid,
Captain.
I think you're doing an alright job.
You
This
get
is
to
Masterine, and this is Juan.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Juan.
I think Khalid, just you're not on the job. You're here to help us as our equal. It's okay.
Oh, no, I am just Khalid. I am your no, storyteller, guide, and please don't kill me. I mean, I am your the crew member. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I know. I like my head and my neck together. I don't like the sticks and the blood and
No.
yes, no. I don't want the fighting. The fighting is
It's
bad.
no.
I think at this point, Riker will have turned the halfling right way up and put them down and be like, well, you know Khalid well. He doesn't have a problem with introducing himself, and would hand her, I presume, a water skin.
Does present as female from what you can see.
Okay.
I would give you a water skin because, like, I just pulled you out of the sand. So, like,
She looks absolutely starstruck.
I mean, to take it, it's yours. Like, I don't know, unless you're not thirsty. You've been eating literal sand, so.
Oh, be still, my beating heart. I cannot handle this, and I'm freaking out a little bit. Oh my goodness.
Look, I know I'm a big deal in Yezdar, but like a lot of people know the list.
That is Captain Yasune.
Oh my God, just little thing breaks in his brain a little bit.
Can I do an
Rin gives
insight
like a
check?
consoling pat on the back.
Yes, of course you can.
Me?
Dear.
She is the victor in the arena and the ruthless captain to her ship, the Scarlet Doom. Oh.
It's like when you're waving at someone and you think they're waving at you, but they're waving at someone behind you. And you...
15.
Hi.
15. Yes, your insight check to figure out whether the halfling is genuine or not.
Well, it's more my immediate thought is, oh my God, they're another,
Potential.
no offense, Khalid, but they're another Khalid, someone from
No, they're not like that one guy who we killed.
someone from the city who's just going to be fawning and annoying and...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Possibly.
But
With your insight check,
But do they seem genuine?
Absolutely.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Cool. All right, that's all I need to know.
DM, I've suddenly remembered, we adopted the jackal from last week.
Yes.
And,
That's right. So you had 2 jackals.
we've got 2 jackals.
It was just the one, right?
Yeah, it was just one jack.
Yeah, it was just the one, yeah. And can we call it Anya?
I'm pretty sure we established that it was already Anya.
It's Anya the Jackal.
Excellent.
It's a straight up improvement to old Anya.
Absolutely. So Anya the jackal.
Anya will actually. This Anya will love you back.
Yes.
Yeah. So Anya the jackal's with us too. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so you have a jackal with you.
I forgot about...
Fun side note that just occurred to me. The jackal is friendly to any of Conwar's allies, but it is not inherently friendly to my new character.
Oh.
Animal handling?
Well, this could be a good test, right? So I'm a bit suspicious about this new character. I'm going to maybe have a conversation with Anya and say, what do you think? And I'll kind of like lead Anya forward and see what Anya's reaction. If Anya likes you, if Anya doesn't, I think that's kind of like a good indication of where you sit.
Okay, so now you're faced with a jackal in front of you. You can see it's very hungry.
I would lean into this halfling and be like, real talk, this animal got pulled out of the bag literally less than like 6 hours ago. I didn't know this is how we make decisions now, but like, do a good job, nah?
The jackal. Oh, trust the magic jackal.
If this is one of your prerequisites, I am absolutely fine. Excuse me while I pull out my instrument. So she's going to lean forward the bandolier that's on her side and strum a chord as she casts Speak with Animals.
Oh,
Alright.
beautiful.
So you cast Speak with Animals onto this jackal. I am hungry. I want to eat you. You're so very little.
Oh,
maybe a snack.
If you would like...
Oh, Khalid.
Oh, no, do not.
You look so much
maybe.
more delicious.
But I do have some doggy treats if you would like them.
Doggies. Where are doggies? I want to eat doggies. And you can see the jackal looking around.
I will pull out
And then
a
it goes over to
delictively.
Khalid and starts nibbling on his thigh. No! Don't bite me! No!
Oh, Khalid, you got plenty of thigh. Don't be greedy. Jesus.
This is escalating quicker than I had expected it would have.
Yeah, I'll just pull out some like little doggy treats. What was the ability check for cooking utensils?
Cooking utensils.
Yeah. It's like pre-made treats.
Pre-made treats, that would be a nature. Oh, no, that'd be a medicine check.
Oh, so wisdom. Cool.
Yes. Wisdom based.
And so that's 6. Uh, 23. Not bad.
With a 23, you've made a handful of these very lovely treats that most canine creatures will enjoy. You can see it sniffing at it. It's suspicious.
Yes.
Looks
Hello.
at you.
It's all
Very
good. It's
suspicious.
perfectly
And then looks at
fine
the
to
lid's
eat.
thigh, licks him a little bit, and then goes back to you.
I can assure you, little one, these treats are perfectly delicious. I
Little,
am a renowned
bigger than
cook.
you.
A jackal isn't a jackal a tiny creature?
A jackal?
Yeah.
How big is a jackal?
A jackal is a small
Well,
creature.
How long is it? How long
Same
is a piece
size.
of string?
Category.
Yeah, so it's about the same size as you.
Oof.
Here,
They're
try one
adorable.
of these treats. They are delicious. And if
Uh,
you'd be so kind as to put in a good word with Yusune, I would absolutely love you for it. I'm
It would
just
not eat
so
you then.
excited to be here right now.
Takes one bite. You can see it chewing on these treats and takes the rest of them.
Rika lean forward for just a moment.
And you can see it on its belly. It wants to be rubbed
You are such
like
a
a
dear.
dog.
I will rub your belly. Yes, you like that. You scritches. Yes, yes. Oh.
And it gets back up. A bit more fierce. Looks at Khalid. Okay, good doggy. Good doggy, yes. Khalid's hiding behind the lizard wizard while this happens.
Well, I'm sold.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're in. I trust you completely.
I sometimes do question your decision-making processes, but as long as there is no reason to be getting in the way of what needs to be done. Pardon, you have not even told us your name. It just occurred to me as such.
No bother. I totally understand. I pale in comparison to you, the Captain Yusune, obviously, but I am Shalinda. Oh, my full name. You probably need that, yes. I am Shalinda Louise Galahada.
Shalinda?
Shalinda, yes.
Can I do a history check, see if I recognize anything about this name? Any thing about the surname or anything?
Go ahead, roll a history check.
Insofar as the background, just at Winston, lore, basically the same from who they are in Eberron, family-wise.
Okay, that's a 19 for my history check.
All right, with a 19, you vaguely have an understanding of this particular name, considering how much has been going on as of late. It comes out as a prominent name. I'll have to look it up. The one in Ebro.
Yeah, they are basically the like surface level. They're like a noble family, kind of like a really wealthy merchant family type of thing, and they run a lot of inns and taverns and stuff like that. And they have caravans where if you like go to them, they're their own like secluded nation, basically. So if you're running from the law or something, they can't pursue you into there. But you'll get messed up if you start stuff in there.
Oh, cool as hell. I guess we don't know that, but that's cool as hell.
Yes.
So, Linda, I've got to ask, like, what are you doing, like 6 feet under the sand in the middle of the desert?
Oh, well, I heard the tip that you all might be were heading in this direction, so I just tried to hurry and catch up. I'm such a big fan, honestly.
You
But
see a fight in the arena? What the?
I did, yes. But before we get on, I really, really have to know. Do you just wake up like that, Captain Yusune? Because I will figuratively die if you say yes. I have to spend half an hour getting this on each morning, and I mean, I make it look good, but hot damn, you are unbelievable.
Well, what,
Yeah.
I mean,
For a little context, it's not like pretty makeup or anything. The markings of the face that I sent were like a splash of war paint kind of thing. So she looks intimidating, but like not super scary intimidating.
What I love about this is
more fierce than intimidating, right?
I want
Yeah,
you to paint
like
me
it-
as fierce.
The kind of basically the intent with it is to present in a way that won't get you like mugged or have people try and steal your water skins.
Unfortunately, does not work on sandworms because they cannot see your face.
Riker is full on seeing yesterday for the first time ever, like totally flummoxed in a social interaction.
Yeah. It's quite fun.
As long as Destiny doesn't fall back on her default of kill someone to make herself look more
This is a
intimidating.
legitimate concern.
that is
Rin.
not my default.
I feel like
only
it's
kill people who deserve it. I only brutally murder people who deserve it.
that's true. That's true. But you do brutally.
I'm
murder
not.
a lot.
I'm not random. Okay, I want you all to understand. If I'm
Well, I-
murdering someone, it's premeditated. It's like I've kind of worked myself up towards it. I've kind of like, worked it out in my head how it's going to happen. And there's lots of outs along the way. You really have to be a bad person to get hacked to death by me. That's
You're so wonderful.
All right.
I mean, I love Captain, but like, that's redeeming. Cool. I love this dynamic. I'm all for this.
Yes. Oh,
But so
I-
I get up
yes.
in the morning and then I say, hey, what are we having for breakfast? And then I go out on the deck and make sure it's clean. And is that what you're asking me?
I lean into one and I'm like, I've never seen her like this. Did she get like poisoned in the night? What happened to her?
This is amazing.
Insight check. Did she get poisoned in the night?
No.
I'm rolling an insight check.
All right, roll an inside check.
I forget that one. 13.
13, no, she was not poisoned in the night. You can see that she's just somewhat flustered. She's still.
Maybe she's really sad that Anya's dead.
Who?
Anya's being reincarnated, so.
Anya's
Yeah,
fine.
Anya came out and like infinitely better.
I did not mean to flummox you. I do apologize for that. I just believe in it's just so tragic that you would feel like you're not reaching the peak of who you are to have that reaction. I
What-
firmly believe everyone should know how amazing they are.
Thank you so much. I'm just really used to people coming at me with weapons. That's really kind of my thing. And so when you come at me with nice weapons, that's a little confusing. That's all.
Look, as ladies, we got to build ourselves up because this world is pretty trash. It will tear you down, and it's not forgiving.
Oh, this is amazing.
This is incredible. Just can we sidebar and just applause for
Well, take your
Thomas
time,
for
take your
one
time.
moment. Oh my god. That
I will say,
literally.
just before you confirm me into any group, because I would ideally like that, yes. I come from. You know what? No, scratch that. You don't need to know where I come from. I am a magical caster. I'm very good at cooking. I love talking people's ears off if you need someone like that. I know one is very much your phrase, and they handle many different aspects of interactions. I'm a little bit of a gossip, but nothing above board or below board. That one.
Okay.
I feel like all
Yes.
gossip is to a degree a
and
lot better than
I did hear in part of the info I got about you all was just that you're kind of against the Duchess. Is that true?
I believe she
I
is more so
think-
against us. She doesn't seem terribly
Yeah.
fond of our existence, but there's business to attend to, and well, if she does not like that is her matters. I can't really do much to convince her otherwise.
Yeah.
I think we kind of made a decision based on what we were seeing that perhaps the Duchess may not have anyone else's best interests at heart. So,
Oh no,
Yeah.
she's a little brat.
yeah, I got that vibe.
Man, I like
Yeah.
this one. This is good. We need this energy.
Perception check. How
thank
many
you.
fingers does Thomas's character have?
I have 10. I'll 10. Yes, no. She and we get on okay, but she's kind of a tyrant, and I don't like that. I'm a bit of an anarchist myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I am immediately convinced that anarchist, and also you flummoxing my captain. You 2 for 2 with Riker, so you get my vote.
yeah, there's an energy and a strength about you, Shalinda. I think. Look, we were gonna dig our way down to a. There's something under the sand that we're going to go and check out. Did you want to come along?
Sure. Yeah, I would be happy to do that.
Is everyone else
think of
okay
it
with
as
that?
my trial.
Well, I think would not be too suspicious. Like, we are inherently suspicious people because of what's happened, but like the chaotic energy of this one resonates with One and Riker enough that we're like, nah, we're on board.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough of, if you sort of balance the idea of threat of them coming down with us or staying up with access to our ship and everything, then it's
Crafty one. I like it. Good.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Here's
after
the-
a few,
that was my question.
after a few minutes of introduction and getting to know this particular halfling, you start digging again to open up the entrance.
How far down is it?
You don't
Where
know.
are we going?
Don't think we're that sure, actually.
You said the entrance was visible, yes, because the worm's like
It was
knocked up.
visible before fights, sandstorms, and such. And because of the water that you created, it's made the sand a bit more, what do you call it? Wet.
Sludgy.
Yeah, sludgy.
We call it
Call it
wet.
wet.
Yeah. I mean, I kept it simple.
Like it.
So it's made the entrance a little covered up. But
Well, it's easier
few
to
minutes
get
of
through that way.
teamwork to uncover it again. You open it up, and it cracks open as though the stone and the structure itself inside it's starting to crumble from the constant batter of the environment. And here you see the entrance.
Oh no! I wish I didn't have to go in here. I wish I didn't have to go in here. I wish I didn't have to go in here. And Bryn just like starts looking around the entranceway. Is there writing on? Is there like any writing about it again? Because there's like the elven writing all over before.
Okay.
No.
If you're looking for writing, I would like you to roll an investigation check, please.
I'll
Right.
help.
All right.
Okay, sure
Go
thing.
ahead.
All right, let's just go. 2d20 plus 7.
I believe
That's
in you,
22.
Yes, with a 22, you see very faded elvish text stating
Can I-
that this is the northern exit.
Well, I suppose there's one exit or one entrance we have to come out. It seems that there'll be another another exit to this place. This is the northern north. Perhaps it'd be at least 3 more to represent 4 cardinal directions. Although we could have north and then northeast and then south and then west and then maybe southeast. And it could be any number. It could be south southwest. It's not a bit early to say, but there are multiple entrances and exits as it suggests.
How fun!
I would definitely turn to Cylinder and be like, "This is truly for him like a good day. Like we don't know how long that could have gone on for."
Is there anything we can do to kind of ensure that we know our way back to the entrance in case we have to?
We could check for traps first of all. Be a good idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
What skill does checking for traps use?
Perception check
Perception check.
or nature, considering the lay of the land.
Oh heck yeah, nature. Let's go. 17.
17? All right. So as you look into the cavern, it is a heavily dug-in cavern. There's a set of staircase weathered away by the sands. You can see it broken by the constant smashing of elements, as well as any other creature that comes close and collides with the internal structure of this underground temple.
Well, let's just make sure we don't create too many vibrations, or else we might attract more sandworms, and that would be quite a death sentence when we're down here. But it doesn't seem to be obviously trapped otherwise.
Okay.
The cavern, the set of staircase heads down about a few feet into the this dome, and when you get to the bottom, although it's quite dark in here, you can see a luminescent rock that gives the area a bit of dim light.
Okay. So is it just one rock, or are there a few rocks like embedded in the walls?
The rocks are not just embedded onto the wall, they're written as though the rocks themselves are the elvish text, providing you with light inside.
Oh, so if the text is giving off light, can I read some more of the text and see what it says?
Roll an investigation check or history.
I will help.
Okay, you'll help? Yeah, because this is...
Can you read Elvish? Because you will need Elvish to be able to help.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me have a look.
Hacker's gonna go to Cylinder and be like, "So, like, the deal with those doggy treats, like, you got a whole bag of them, or like, what's the goal?"
Scooby
Oh
snacks.
yes, I always pack snacks.
Just if like
Anya snacks.
only because if the dog gets hungry, where do you keep them in case I need to give some to the dog?
The dog, yeah.
I don't want to ruin your lunch, but you can have some snacks.
Ruby racks?
And
Right, just looks so happy.
she's just gonna like out of her bag pull a little bundle, and opening it up, it's just full of brownies.
Racker just sits down straight in the middle of the cabin.
I'll be in for that too. Yeah.
Red one, we got brownies.
They look good.
Can
Thank you.
Can you soon read Elvish, by the way? You do
No,
not.
I can't.
No, she cannot
Okay,
speak
well then
Elvish.
I'll guidance myself then to try and help out myself for
Okay.
Hey Rin, I think you're doing a wonderful job, and you look very nice today. Your nervous energy, it suits you. And I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay, what's your dice for that?
1d8.
1d8. So I won't roll unless I see, if I roll badly, I'll add the d8, but otherwise I'll hold on to it for now.
And
Oh, that's a nat
I'll
20
say
I
it.
got.
oh, nice.
Woo!
Yeah, you can
Damn.
save it.
Nice.
All right.
Because you can roll it after you can't you? You can roll it after.
Yeah,
With a
you can roll it
28.
after.
It says this. May the chosen ones descend into the true light of Al-Sha'ir.
Al-Sha'ir. Have I heard that name Al-Sha'ir before?
Unfortunately, you haven't.
Have I?
All of you who want... Actually, those of you who have a background in research, either you're a sage or a scholar of some sort, or you've studied,
Yeah.
you can roll a history check.
Okay, knowledge. Does knowledge domain cleric count? Because
I would say it counts.
In the title.
Does being a bard count? Because bards study like the histories and epic poems and stuff.
are you College of Law?
Yes.
You shall see my college.
Oh,
I
God,
am-
You can't just ask someone what college they are.
Oh.
God.
You can't just ask people why they're white.
So
But if you
personal.
do want to know, I will tell you. I'm very proud of it.
Oh, you can share if you wish. Thank you, but I won't be pushy if it's not something you're comfortable with sharing. I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm
12 with a
from the
history
College
check.
of Eloquence.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got a 17 for Rin's history and a 12 for Shalinda's history.
And Juan, were you going to roll as well, or?
No, I'm not of that background. It was more just that I'd spent time in the area, but that's okay.
Okay. So, with your checks, Rin, you remember that your order has dealt with the Al-Shiari before. They're the ancient elves that have been betrayed by this area of this region of Odria.
Okay.
And as for you, Thomas, you have heard of a great deal through poems of these powerful betrayers of the humans.
But
Yeah.
It seems that this place may be somewhat redundant to say so, I suppose. Likely a elven construct of the peoples who were here beforehand, probably partly the source of this whole dispute between the elves and humans, and that, as you see in the wider region. Oh dear, it's not a great time to be human right now, but I've got other choices.
Outside that sort of dynamic of the Duchess and the elves, the creators of the water. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so we've got a third party now.
Maybe they
We
want
have-
to see the ball, Rin. You want to show them the ball, maybe, or like do a magic, or I don't know. No,
Perhaps we can check around the area a little more. Is there any other thing in this area, like steps leading onwards or anything like that?
You can see the cavern is divided as picture is shown in roll 20. Can you see it?
Yeah. So you got that. You've got this sort of C shape almost to it.
So essentially, it's you got rocky walls with runes on either side, shining the same script. On the more southern side, it seems like it's the landscape has started heading down, but down there it seems to have been collapsed by another set of structure to block it.
Okay. What's
How
this
strange.
large object here? Which is
There's a large stone from the ceiling that has dropped on top. You can somewhat see underneath a small step.
a small step underneath it.
Yes.
What
So
is-
it's
What
So
is
it's
the
just-
size of the stone?
Size of the stone.
Yeah. I can
Um,
psychically move anything large or smaller.
It would be large.
I could move that if we needed it moved, if it looked like...
Oh yes, that could be. I believe there may be something underneath it. If we can just get the old heave ho.
Do
Well,
it. That
maybe
would be
we
so
should
cool.
try to physically move it first, because it is quite taxing. So, Riker,
Riker,
shall we...
Riker's like sitting down with a pile of brownies around him, like, I wasn't listening. These are there walnuts in these, or like little nutmeg, cinnamon, oh, good Lord.
Don't you know it?
These are delightful. They just, each one is a mystery. It's
Riker.
I don't feel like I should be in this cave. It's kind of scary. I mean, there's the text of the evil ones. I don't know what it says.
Pardon? What could you just point that section of text out to me? I didn't see anything about the evil ones in my section. Could you point that to me, Khalid?
What do you mean? I cannot read those text thingies.
Oh,
all I know is we heard of the stories of the ancient ones that stole the water. You know, I can tell you what it is, but all I have been told that sort of text were the evil ones that stole the waters of the great land of, well, the old land of Odria. You know, this land, it once was great, lots of green, but now it's sand. You know, sand, lots of sand.
There's a lot of sand. Peculiar.
Rin, you want me to move this or no?
Yes, if you could. Rin will give you guidance.
And
roll a strength check to move it.
We can move it together?
Yep, together. Roll a strength check together.
Okay.
Now, Khalid, remember what I said about standing with your hands on your hips and your shoulders open?
Oh, the
Remember
power
that?
pose, but then my thighs get exposed, and the little doggy wants to eat my, nibble at me. I have to protect my thighs. Go away, doggy! No, I am not. No, I am not a snack, please.
I want to pick up the little jackal and pet it.
At the moment.
What was that?
DM, are Khalid's thighs currently exposed?
They are not exposed, but you can see that there are small bite marks, which has a trickle of blood already.
Oh.
Oh.
And he is kind of like patting the jackal down from nibbling any further. No, not batting it away. Just tapping it lightly.
No, Anya, bad. Down girl. Here, have more biscuits. I love dogs.
She's adorable.
That's okay.
She's so adorable.
Riker is looking at the biscuits, like forgetting
with your 22 and 15, you manage to lift this rock. You lift it up, but you can see that it crumbles in the middle, and you only part it a little bit.
I'll mold the rest of it then.
Okay.
Mold earth is really useful out here in the desert. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's only 5 foot cube at a time, but that's enough if it's all broken
I mean, if you got that's one every 6 seconds you can cast it. So I mean, you can just cast it multiple times and just mold that stuff out of the way.
So underneath, after one had mold earth, you can see. Well, you have uncovered a set of stairs. You can see it's a bit damaged. It's heading down into this strange cavern.
I will
look up at Yesune and be like, "You want to take point, and I'll go at the back with the squishies, keep them safe."
I will. Yeah. I will point out.
What if we send Anya down first?
I will point out something about that writing I read. It specifically said that the chosen ones are supposed to go down into this place, and I cannot say for certain whether I'm a chosen one, but I have to go down there. I have little choice in the matter. But I think Khalid is nervous about the place. Perhaps he should go and wait on the boat if he is concerned about his status as a chosen one. I'm not sorry.
Khalid, you want to take the rest of the brownies and go back to the ship?
I would like to do that. Is that okay?
Don't take all the bring me 4 brownies. You know what? Leave the brownies. Go back.
Okay, I
to
will give the brownies back. I was only holding and sniffing at them.
Riker's pockets are full of brownies.
Okay, you have a pocket full of brownies.
How many eating actions will it take to get through all those brownies?
Quick, roll for carbs.
Immediately found all of my items to carry more brownies.
Riker finds out Riker's like secretly allergic to macadamia, and he just has to roll a con save.
It was worth it.
God, it's flying.
All right, so as you uncover the stairs, who goes towards it first?
I'll go first. Did you want me to go first, Bryn, or did you?
If you're happy going first, I simply have to come along.
Yeah, I'll meet Shields.
Bryn will
Okay,
guidance her then, so that she can like if she wants to check for traps, anything, she gets the guidance bonus.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna check carefully as I'm descending for traps.
Okay, so before you start descending and you sort of step towards the set of stairs, you feel that the ground underneath you seems to shift. The sands themselves is giving way.
Oh no.
All right, well, I stop everyone and step back a bit. And then I'll test it with my foot.
Test it with your foot. You can feel it give way even more.
So is this a space before the steps, or is this the steps?
This is before the steps.
Is it possible to kind of find solid ground to go around and get to a step?
Go ahead, roll a nature check.
You can guidance. You got guidance for that too. So
In case we're all worried about not being the chosen ones, I let you know I choose each and every one of you and then myself.
that's a very
You wrote the equation a bit wrong.
Yeah, you got to
You have
just
to
roll.
put the exclamation at the very beginning.
Yeah, you only need one exclamation point. So you can just roll your d4 there and add that on to that though, if you want.
So, but can I do it?
Yeah, you can add everything. It's just the exclamation has to be in front.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
30-20.
30-20,
Yep.
lovely.
With a 20, you can feel that the ground around this particular space, I will draw it for you.
Okay.
Lovely green.
Oh. Ooh. We're getting some artistic talent from Winston here.
Oh wait, did not put that in the right zone.
Layer. Yeah, something happens.
Anyway, I'll just redraw it. So in this particular area, the sand, you can see the sands shifting all around.
All right, so can we step out of the green square, walk around, and approach the steps from the northern end?
Okay.
So
we can, yeah.
From above. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Or Riker could hit it with his club, and the whole thing could do what it's going to do. And I'd kind of like to see that.
I mean,
It would be cool.
You don't have to tell me once. I'll probably just do it. I don't know. Smart people, red light.
I will insight check into whether this is a good idea.
All right, roll an insight check.
I feel like it's not because this place is not structurally that great. D20 plus 9. 29 with a nat 20.
Natural 20, 29. As old as this place is, if it collapses, at least none of you will fall.
Yeah, I said. Rin like gives a bit of a sigh. Go ahead, I suppose it will be for the best.
Already swinging.
I heard the go.
Two-handed hammer straight into the ground. Like, didn't even wait for Bryn, really.
All right. As you smash your stone hammer onto the set of staircase, you can see the ground shake, rumble, and the sands that were giving way have fallen into darkness. The set of staircase is revealed, and about those of you with dark vision, because the dim light only shows about 20 feet within the source. The rest of the staircase seems to snap and continue on down into the darkness.
Didn't
Okay,
fall
it's-
away, or like
There is still a set of staircase for those of you who have 60 feet of dark vision, but it's 40 feet down. You'll have to jump.
Ooh.
Still a spiral staircase.
Okay.
Before we
So-
do that, is there anyone that can't see in the dark?
Me.
I can't see in the dark.
I haven't
what happened when I hit the ground? I can't see in the dark.
I'm not so good at the dark either.
So I will cast light.
Thank you.
Twinsies. I have light too.
Good. Let's get
Okay.
them lights. Get them lights.
Hey, well, maybe
Thank you. I prefer not to know. I prefer. Thank you, both of you. I much prefer it if something isn't going to jump out of the darkness and like sink
Yeah.
fangs into my
what
neck.
would you
That's
like me to cast light on? Something that you have. I don't know.
vampires down here. Or something. I hate becoming a vampire is extraordinarily painful. Oh dear.
Oh.
On
Do you
your
think we'll
weapon.
beat one? That would be so fun.
I prefer not to. I'll do my best. If we do, I might run away.
I bet they'd be so interesting to talk to.
Cast it on one of the brownies.
No.
The brownie of light. Then Riker eats in his
Ooh.
belly, just starts glowing.
Ah,
That would
I
be
couldn't
so
resist.
fun.
I had to see what happened.
I like to cast when I cast light, not telling you how to do yours. Obviously, this is just for me. I like to cast it on my little locket here, because then when I rotate it, it kind of blocks the light, so it's in one direction, and I call it a locket light.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. You cast it on the locket light.
And I'll just cast it on, I don't know, the weapons that the people who need it are carrying.
All right.
DM,
Switch. Yes.
sorry, did I cut someone off then?
No.
Can I look for a place to anchor a rope to drop down?
Yes. Roll a nature check for that. Or survival.
just give it to me. Probably catch you.
Okay. With a 15, you can see that the stone structures providing a small light from the elvish runes would be strong enough to hold you if you had some rope and pitons.
All right, I will use those. I have both to run a line down to the stairs. I've got the. Sorry, were you gonna?
Oh, no, so good. We got a way back up if we need it as well.
Yeah.
Great plan, yes or no? Now you like SEAL Team 6 down there.
You're so prepared. It's great.
If Yesene could go
good,
first,
no?
that would be
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea as well, because she could catch anyone who might fall down afterwards. It might be good.
Oh yeah. I'm happy to catch. All right, so I'm going to do that. I've got 50 feet of rope, so that's probably just exactly what's needed.
Yep,
And then I
that's exactly
will.
what's needed.
Sweet
I will-
patootie.
Do I need to make a roll to get down, or?
No, because you're keeping it steady. There's people helping you down. It's not like you're abseiling
No.
like on the rope on your own.
Slow and steady.
So instead, you get to the very weathered stone staircase.
Can I just quickly check for traps or anything that's down here that's dangerous?
Go ahead, roll an investigation check.
I think that. Sorry, I just need to check what my.
Riker would definitely turn to Celinda and be like, hey, listen, I know a guy and his cooking is insane, and like I can't wait for you to meet him because you two are gonna get along like a house.
Oh, that would be lovely.
All
Is
right.
that Anwar? I noticed he wasn't here.
I mean, he goes sometimes. Riker looks like pensive for a moment. He's like, but you know, Anwar is strong. He's just brave.
Okay, so with the 17, there are no traps. It's quite safe, but what you notice is that the set of staircase stops after 20 feet down, as though something has devoured it.
Like a giant maw has kind of crunched into the rock.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
This is not a situation you should be cool for. I'm saying a giant thing's eating you. Have you ever been digested? It's exceedingly painful.
No, I haven't.
not.
So it
But
doesn't
it's
look like
on my
it's
bucket
being
list.
digested by acid, as though it's just being chomped, and there's parts of the staircase just crumbling.
Right. So
Okay.
is there another way down, like another point down?
The
Or
only
we
way
have to-
down is towards the hole. You can see it slanting slightly, and it looks like a sand slide.
Okay. After, so if Yusun's already at the bottom now, is she?
Yeah.
At the very bottom of the
I'll wait.
staircase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll wait for everyone.
Rin's gonna follow after her,
I'm ready to catch him.
being very
Rin,
unhappy.
as you get onto the staircase, Yasune, I need you to roll an athletics check.
Mhm.
Nice.
21 is fine. You feel that someone else is going onto the staircase, and the structure itself is being held by. You're not too sure because it's not onto the wall, it's not buckled onto anything, and there's nothing underneath you. So whatever
Right.
is holding it up is temporary, and any more weight on this broken staircase will lead it to fall into the
All right.
abyss.
I will gesture up for whoever's coming next to stop and say, I don't think this is stable.
Oh
You go,
dear! Well, I'm
"Oh."
already on here. This problem.
It goes back up.
No. I take a torch out of my pack, light it, and I'm going to use my mage hand to go downwards. I've got 60 feet for this.
Oh, see how far
Okay.
down it goes. That's good.
So as you light the torch, it glows into very greenish and then purple light.
Ooh.
Ooh, can I Arcana check
Ooh.
that?
Go ahead.
That's so
D20 plus
pretty.
what? 18.
No. Even.
I will add bardic inspiration if I still don't understand it. 'Cause I'm still...
All right. You can tell that it's not magic in nature. It's as though the sands themselves has a bit of salt that seems to be mixing with flames, giving it this natural purple look.
Ah, okay. Is it dangerous?
It's
Is
not
it
dangerous.
valuable?
Okay.
The salt might be valuable, but you'll have to find it in the sands.
Yeah, also,
Yes,
the
it's
salt
pretty
mines are a thing. So.
Yes, Nate, should we come down or no?
No, not yet. Not yet. So, well, after we've looked at that quickly, I will send the torch down via my mage hand and see how far down the slide goes.
All right. So your mage hand guides this torch. You can see it change color from green to purple, as though there's a bit of copper fragments, making it green and making it purple with the salt in the sands themselves. It goes down about 50 feet, and it levels
Okay.
into
Okay.
an open dome.
Well, if
Is it possible, DM, for me to unstrap my shield and use it as a board to kind of like surf my way down through the sand to the bottom?
Yes.
That is what I will do.
okay.
Is that a what am I rolling against?
Cool check, you get a plus 20.
Yeah. a radical move.
Red as hell.
Do you do an ollie? Do you do an ollie?
Captain, you look absolutely dope.
Rin
Have a
just,
D8.
Rin just like shrieks as she just zooms past him.
Well,
All right.
let me just see if I can do it without falling on my ass.
It will
Because
be
that's
an acrobatics check.
acrobatics, right? Okay, that's
And
not
you have a D8 that you can
necessarily
add.
my strength.
Yasune Hawk,
Oh.
pro skater.
Gotta know what's gonna follow this.
Oh, no,
Yes,
wait.
you're a bad influence
Actually-
on Riker.
Actually, and so what's
Really
my
bad
what bonus
influence
have
on
I got?
Riker.
You get a D8 from me.
A D8 from the Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Even Schlinder's already a bad influence on Riker, feeding him so many sweets before bed.
Wow. 20. Strap your shield onto your feet. Do you tell anyone anything, or do you just jump down for this rad slide?
Exactly. I just go wahoo.
You hear Yasune just scream out Yahoo, Wahoo, and you slide down safely.
Rin's
That looks
gonna
like so much fun.
Hey, DM, I
You-
still got a big slab of stone with a halfling carved on it, don't I?
You do.
And I
Rin,
don't
can,
want
Rin,
to stand. I want to like boogie board, just running, jump down, and be like, oh,
can Rin
there,
try and
there.
get down before? Can Rin try and get down before Riker crushes him?
Yes.
Rin's just going to walk down the stairs rather than boogie board or anything. He is not. He's
Okay,
not.
so you walk down the stairs, but the stairs ends, like I said.
Oh no!
And then
I thought.
there's still a there's like a chopped section.
Oh, okay.
of-
Okay. So then it's a 50-foot drop from there. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I thought okay. I thought there was a lost.
Otherwise,
section.
it's a 80-foot drop from the very top.
Okay.
Wanna come on the boogie board with me, Rin?
Rin's got an idea. Let me just check something. Can I just check quickly one spell the way it works, if that's all right?
All right, go ahead.
Uh,
While Rin is meditating on his spells, yes. Anyone else want to down the slide of?
I'd
Sam?
like to say a bit.
Yes.
Oh, Rin. Not Rin. Sorry. New people. I apologize. My fault. Riker. The our names. My family does not have many our names. I absolutely give you my consent to carry me if you would like to. No pressure to, but please do.
Oh, God, you want me to carry the brownie maker down? You're like the most important person in my life at this point. I know you 7 minutes. Like, for sure,
Oh.
you coming with me.
You're such a sweetie.
Bro! Just, like on the shoulder, like sitting on my shoulders, me sitting on as the stone halfling. Like, we going down.
Side saddle.
Okay, I have got Rin's figured out now.
Yes.
Because it's recharged now, Rin's going to get the mystic water out, and he's going to use the command word friend to conjure an elemental at the bottom below him.
Ooh.
Conjure a water elemental to because it's got a 90-foot range for the summoning.
Yep.
He's going to tell it to catch him, and he's going to jump for it to get the thing to catch him.
All right. So you get the mystic water out. Yasune, you're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Quite a soft bit of sand when you reach this open dome. It seems it's got a bit of a bounce to the floor.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I will relay
And-
that back up.
I don't know if I heard you before we got on the boogie board.
Yeah, because you guys are doing your sick ass jump down, like your tandem jump, like doing poses, I presume.
Okay. So tandem jump onto the stone board boogie.
I think that's on page 1 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, Winston.
I mean, this is pretty standard stuff, you know. You see this every time.
You got the Dragonborn and the Halfling on the surfboard dropping 50 feet, you know.
All right. I need you to roll an athletics check, Riker. As for Thomas, your new character will just need to roll a strength check to hang on, unless you're being held.
performance check though to see how sick you make it look.
Or a performance check to strike that pose.
I would definitely like to hold on,
Okay.
but also strike a pose.
The second roll was my performance check.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Athletics check. You've got a nice grip on your board. The pose. You are you're holding on to. Oh, sorry. You're not holding on to the side of the sand wall. You're kind of like gliding your fingers to it. Yeah, like that.
Ah, neat. That's cool as hell.
That's pretty nice. God, that scares the crap out of me though.
I'm seeing this happen.
Yeah.
Come on, the new party member is radical, and we're going to get up to more mischief. You better get down here.
All right.
Yeah.
And as the rad team gets down there, performance is great. They do a bit of a landing. The stone itself seems to touch the sand first and give a bit of a bounce back, as though there's something underneath the sand itself. Rin,
It's alive.
as you cast your mystic water.
Yeah.
So this is all before the mystic water.
Yep.
You feel that there is a safe water cushion underneath you, as this water elemental emerges from the bowl. It sort of slicks its way down to the bottom and creates itself to sort of come for a catch. And the three of you down there, you can see the ground light up in elvish runes.
Ooh.
Really did the most radical trick anyone's ever done on the stairs.
I'll come down the stairs, but I don't know about the rest of the way. I'm just kind of watching what's happening.
So Rin does the little bit when it's down there ready to catch him. He does takes a breath and is like, oh, why do I keep having to do this? It is as it should be, as it should be, as it should be, and he just repeating that to himself, and then jumps. And as he jumps, he screams and flails his way down there to be caught by the elemental, presumably.
Yep, you slide down a short distance until you can see the elemental. It reaches out with its water arms to kind of slow your descent into its watery grasp.
Yeah.
But as you're falling, you can see a circular text of Elvish. You can do a quick history check.
Oh, bingo, bango,
to see
jango.
what it says.
Sweet. 20 plus 7. 19. And I'm going to add the Bardic Inspiration onto that just to get, because I want to make sure we get this for fullsies. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So that makes it up to 26.
All right. With a 26, it seems to be an old Elvish song about the creation of water.
Ooh.
And
Just to double check, I assume that was a success, right?
Yes, that was a success.
Okay, good.
All right. So it is an old Elvish song about the creation of water and the fact that the elements themselves remain in this land for all time.
Okay.
The glow remains until the elemental disappears. So it's
The elemental
there.
lasts. The elemental lasts for an hour, so
That's right.
Yeah.
One, you're still on the stairs. You can feel the sandstone crafted steps start to buckle underneath you.
Okay. How far is the drop? 50 feet, you say?
From the very bottom of the stairs is 50 feet. From the very top 70 feet.
Okay. I'm going to, using the wand of polymorph,
Dope.
polymorph myself into
Giant lizard.
wise
Oh,
Giant
bird.
turtle.
lizard.
And jump.
A turtle.
Turtle. Tortoise. No, tortoise are great underground. They burrow. Tortoise.
I'm gonna transform myself into a dachshund and then jump off the stairs and
Transform yourself into a goldfish.
Into a bird and glide down. Okay,
No,
kind of switching
Cutting out.
on and off there.
Yeah, cutting out a little.
We're losing you a little.
Are you
let's
speaking?
just go
Yeah, you're
Dropping out of
with
it.
you're dropping out a lot actually.
oh shit.
Just try and come back in and out, and then it should reset it.
I'm pretty sure I heard her say she wants to be dachshund. So
Yeah, I think Dachshund was the way.
Who
Sorry,
doesn't want to be Dachshund?
Trying to have too many things open at once. Yeah, let's say an owl. How's that?
Okay, an owl.
Ooh.
Nice sort
Alright.
of bronzy coloured feathers. And I'm just gonna fly and land on Riker's shoulder.
All right. So, are you a desert owl or a forest owl?
Well, this is what I was trying to look up, but my internet shut itself because there were too many tabs open, as it does.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm just on my phone looking up.
This is a fantasy world. It can be any.
Hacker is like, one, I know it's you and you can't have any brownies. Win the game. I see you trying to go through my pocket with your owl eyes.
I can't see the different types of owl. I can just see owl in D&D Beyond. So
Yeah, there's just one in D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just one in D&D.
yeah,
Check,
so
they are
then-
all allergic to macadamias. I've checked the rules.
That's good to know.
then just a standard owl, and I'll land.
owl?
Yep, and try and steal some of Riker's brownie, and then just kind of fly down to the ground and turn back.
All right.
into
As you turn
myself.
into the owl, the jackal jumps down to try and eat you.
Get
See,
him,
I
Jack.
knew this is
Oh.
why you were asking.
Anya
yeah.
is always a traitor.
Well,
Can I
it
try to
doesn't matter. I
grab
turn
her?
back to myself.
How? You're at the bottom. Anya's still at the top.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do that dodge. Do the dodge.
Okay, hang on. Explain to me again. Where does the dog try and jump for me? Where does Anya try and
As
get
you
me?
transform, so it's 30 feet above you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm flying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So acrobatics check to dodge. To do some
Um,
aerial maneuvering as this jackal jumps down to take a bite out of you.
Classic Anya
So,
move. And I say that
Acrobatics
first.
is
Classic
Dex,
Anya.
isn't it?
Classic.
Yep. Dex, you're using the owl's dex,
Yep,
unless yours
that's
is
why
better.
I asked.
Ooh.
But I'm an owl. I'm in
Yes,
the
you're
air.
an owl.
My flying speed is 60 feet.
Yes.
And you could
Jackal
drop
speed.
super fast.
The jackal is going down. It's making a nice snap at you on the way.
I hope Winston doesn't kill our dog on the first session.
I mean, would you be surprised?
I would not if it has Anya's spirit.
Mm.
All right, here is
Like-
the jackal's attempt at snapping at you.
From a distance of how far?
Okay.
When it gets close enough, because it is dropping, you can just evade it. But with a distance
Yeah, so
of 4
but-
feet.
But if you're making me roll for things, let's look at all the aspects here. I have a flying speed as an owl of 60 feet. So I'm just going to turn myself into the owl and take off as soon as I'm an owl.
Yeah.
So Anya the jackal has to then jump at me
Yep.
Yeah.
with a
Jackal's
speed of
plummeting.
60 or more
Bear in
to
mind
get
that
me.
the rate of acceleration, if we're assuming Earth normal gravity, is 9.8 meters per second, which is about 30 feet per second. So it would be traveling in a single second, like at least 200
Don't
feet.
get me wrong, Faith.
Look, without the map,
Fine. No, that's fine. It bites me and I turn back into myself and fall.
no,
It can
it's going to
miss.
make an attempt at biting you.
Yeah.
So here's my attempt. I have yet to roll.
We got people down there.
With
We got
your
Winston.
acrobatics of 8, you evade it, and it falls down the hole.
Oops.
And now Anya is gone yet again.
It's fine.
Anya slides
no.
down the hole. With the 4 of you down there, you can catch the jackal
Yes.
as it tries to
I'll catch the jackal.
All right, you have caught a jackal, and you feel the ground bounce.
Ooh. If we jump up and down the spot, can we bounce?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
You can try, of course.
Yes. Well, I'll move away from everyone else and do that.
Okay, so get you to the next room.
And Juan, you're still an owl. You're good.
No, I'm
don't
gonna
need it.
turn back. I'll go back to me.
Can
Okay.
I have
Please
Rin?
don't set the jackal on fire now.
Can I have Rin brush away some of the sand
Just
underneath?
beware that if you're gonna have a pet
course.
and you're gonna bring it everywhere, you've got to
Does-
make sure it's not
As
shitting
Rin
all over the
brushes the
place.
sand off of
Yes, I'm
the
sorry.
flooring, there is a thick layer of web underneath.
Oh.
Ew.
That's where you're getting the bouncy tension.
Well, okay. Well, let's just leave the rest of that nice and covered up with sand. Yes. Can I do a nature check to say, is this like natural webbing from like some big buggy boo?
All right, go ahead. Roll a nature check.
25.
Ooh.
25. This is indeed natural. There is most likely spiders within this cavern. The fact that there is a thick layer of sand on top of it, either they no longer hunt within this region, or their hunting grounds are where you're currently standing.
Well, let's just keep an eye out for any large aggressive arachnids as we go down, shall we?
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm looking
We got
forward.
light down here, so we can see what's around us, Winston. Any obvious direction to walk?
There is a tunnel to your. So there are 3 tunnels. One tunnel here, and down at the very bottom. Not sure where they go. There's no written text or runes on this dome-like structure. With
What's in
the
the north?
exception of the glowing runes that seems to be activated by the water elemental. And in the north, you can see stones, like large rocks, seem to block one of the other paths that used to be here.
Can I walk? Can I like ask the water elemental to walk, and we'll walk it to like
The
each of
watermelon.
those. The watermelon
Love it.
to each of.
Watermelon elemental is delicious.
It's like Steven Universe stuff. Could I get to like check out, stand by each of the entrances, and we'll see if any of the entrances like react more strongly to its presence.
All right.
I turned to Shalinder. I'm like, this is why he's the smart guy.
Okay. So on the west entrance, it seems to glow a different color.
Huh?
On the south entrance, it goes back into a very clear water elemental. And on the east entrance, you can see it turning it into a kind of a vapor, as though there's some sort of wind or air prevailing in that direction.
Can I make an investigation or insight check as to what this means or reveals?
All right, go ahead.
I forgot, like, in-game, our characters may be smarter than us, and I'm like, good call to call on them.
Yeah.
But I don't have a damn clue what's happening.
Was
Oh,
it the
so the
22 or no?
Yeah, it's 22.
All right.
Not tonight.
Nice.
Nice. With the 22, the elemental is actually reacting to the surroundings. Most likely, the wind means that there's an exit in that region, while the change of color means it could be a dead end and a waste of time. But the southern entrance doesn't make any sense. Why would it just turn into a normal water element?
It just turns into a normal water elemental, but
I think it just doesn't change.
It doesn't
like-
change.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just, there's no change. Like
Okay.
either there's nothing down there or it's not reacting to anything.
Okay, that's interesting. Rin,
No,
what do you
sometimes
think?
to solve it. Yeah, Rin, what do you think?
Well, if we are presented with three paths, I suggest we keep in mind that way he points towards the west is an exit. So, if we need to run away from something trying to eat us, as it did the entire staircase, we have that option. But I believe that south may be the way onwards. Then, suggest that east may be a dead end, unless people desperately want to check out the dead end first. In which we can check the dead end first if people wish to. But I'm quite alright. Otherwise, making my way southwards.
Let's go south.
My feeling is south. One, you happy?
I'm just worried about the webs. I'm thinking I might cast detect thoughts and see if there's any big creature. Don't want to say big, massive spider, but if there's
It could
anything
be.
around that I can't see.
All right, go ahead. Detect thoughts.
Uh-huh.
So make sure you mark it down on your list. So down below, you sense a nature unlike a spider that would hunt. It's more of a lizard-type creature that seems to be worshipping God underground. That's what you're sensing.
Ooh.
Does Rika have family down here?
So I'll relay that within 30 feet of us, underneath us, there is a big lizardy creature. It's
I would
worshipped,
definitely
but I
rate-
don't know whether it's friendly or not.
Can I do a bold thing and just maybe like shout into Chronic at my feet like asshole and see if anything happens?
No.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, you can.
I do that.
All right.
Tap in the
So
web.
you yell it down into the webs. For a moment, there was no response. But those of you who understand Draconic, you hear a response
Yes.
back.
Actually, I think I do understand Draconic. Yes, I do.
It feels like there is a sudden wind in this chamber, and it seems to move the sands just a little slight, as though there's a bit of a circular push. And it says, "You are my prey." Calm down, and I will eat.
Great.
Mate, I'm gonna turn you into one of these little brownies I got in my pocket. Big man down there, okay?
Can I have Rin make like a sleight of hand check to try and like put his hand over Riker's mouth to stop him making things worse?
You can, yeah.
I don't think Riker would resist if Rin was like, Riker, please don't antagonize whatever is down there.
I got a 7. I'm guessing Rin's panicked and also Riker's tall compared to him.
You're quite panicked. You're kind of blocking his snout, not his entire mouth, as he continues to blurt out various taunts.
Winston.
Yes.
Sorry, no, I don't speak Draconic.
Okay.
Winston,
So
I've got
you
two
just feel a
questions.
sudden wind,
Sorry.
like a circular wind in this
Okay.
dome-like area. Ella, you were saying something?
Yeah, so question 1, the web that we seem to be standing on, does that extend into those 3 entryways?
No,
So
they
if you
don't.
were to, so if you were to stand on them, you'd be standing on stone as opposed to the web.
That's right.
Okay, that's question 1. Question 2 is the stone or the several stones that are blocking the northern exit, are they movable?
Yes, they are movable. It will take time, but yes, they are movable.
I wouldn't mind, like if something's beneath us, we could move those rocks to the middle, set fire to it if it's a web, and just drop them straight on top of whatever that is beneath it.
I don't mind that idea, but we'd have to have some other way to get back around then, because we'd be locking ourselves out of this whole web platform if we do so.
Well, I can pretty much climb up anything.
And Yasune can move us with her mind, so we can probably be fine.
I would love to be moved. That sounds like so much fun.
It's a little bit
With your
nausea-inducing.
words, little one, every moment, it's delightful.
Sorry.
So you're talking about throwing the rocks down through the
No,
web?
I'm saying step 1, we move the webs to roughly the middle of the floor. Step 2, we stand in the various alcoves. Step 3, we set fire to the web, and we watch as the rocks, eventually the web burns through, and the rocks fall down to whatever's underneath.
Presumably,
I'm kind of okay with that. I can create bonfire.
I am also for this one. And
Yeah.
Yasune.
Well, I'm just getting off the web right now then, and Rin's going to make his way over to the south.
Okay,
Fine.
let's move your characters to the south if you are moving in that direction.
Riker, can you help me to move all the stones to the center?
It would absolutely be my pleasure.
Rin will get
All
the
right, we will.
Rin would ask the water elemental to help you. Water elemental, because that thing has 18 strength.
Cool.
Okay.
Riker, you were talking to something, right? Just double checking.
Oh yeah, that was some asshole down there. He says he's hungry, but joke's on him. I got the brownies first, so suck it. I got the brownies first.
Okay. What is the protocol with engaging things that we can talk to in the group? I don't want to overstep.
Oh, I mean, you asked the right questions. We're sort of a like decapitate first, revive, and ask questions later kind of vibe.
Okay.
So, like, pretty much carte blanche. Like, do what you feel is kind of the MO. I mean, look, we don't like to talk about it in front of one, and I like whisper. I'm like, she killed like 50 people in like one spell, and like we haven't mentioned it since that happened. So,
Goodness.
it was like. I thought I could turn people into jam. She'd made a jam factory. Like,
I'm okay with it. I can hear that. That's fine.
I turn around, Ronnie's right behind me. I'm like, cool. So, like, brownies are good.
Brownies, brownies. He pats his tummy. Yes.
All right.
Water elemental helps.
All right. So, with the water elemental helping, moving a single rock still takes an hour.
Oh, these are big boys.
Yes, these are large boulders. There's 7 large boulders.
Oh, that's
Maybe we just discretion better part of valor, and we find this brownie bandit later and deal with him.
Does
Winston, how would you rule that?
does anyone know how much tensile strength this platform has?
I mean, it's already holding all those boulders. Technically speaking, at least some of them are already sitting on the web, aren't they?
That's right.
Yeah. So if you remove ones that are already on.
Winston, is that a fair ruling for Yasune to use her telekinesis?
Yeah, I'm okay
No,
with that.
I mean, you're not in combat, so you can do as much telekinesis as you want.
Would it take her an hour to move them with her mind, or no?
No, it would just take her all of her strength, all of her mental capacity to like burn through her ability and just move 3
Would
in that hour.
Would lightning lure be able to help?
If there was a bit of metal in them, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So within that hour, yeah, you can move all 3.
Sweet. Use the force, Yasune.
Okay, so you use the force, you move 3 out of the 7. Let me just get rid of the toolbar that's blocking my
Sorry,
screen.
Winston. Lightning lure is a cantrip. So I don't know where the metal's coming from, but it's you create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within range. Strength saving throw, and it can be pulled 10 feet in a straight line toward me.
Is there a side limit on that?
No.
No,
There's
really? Wow, that's surprising. You can pull a gargantuan creature with lightning. That's really interesting.
As a side note for the consideration, a lot of spells say like you can only target a creature, but most GMs are just like firebolt. Yeah, you could cast that on a wall or a bushfire. Or
There's no reason
like
you couldn't.
Bonfire.
Yeah,
well, it's technically
that's why I asked. I thought it might.
It's just by raw. You're not technically meant to be able to, but it's more fun to be able to cast spells on points as well.
Yeah, and if it helps, maybe is not so taxing for Yasune.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to help you out with lightning lure, but I've got to be within 15 feet, so I better move.
Oh, you'd have to be really close.
Oh no!
From there, 15 feet. That's 3 squares.
These ones are already in the middle, so you don't need any of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd basically need to be on the boulders because it pulls them to you.
Yeah, it pulls them to you. So wherever you want the boulders.
Yeah, and then I'd be in the middle of the room. No, that's not going to work.
Could we circle back to the tensile strength? Does anyone know how much it might be, how much more it could support?
I can investigation check that just to see.
Go ahead, roll a nature check.
Nature check. That's a dirty 20.
All right. It is quite thick, and the tensile strength can hold even these boulders with ease.
It should be alright. Whatever was making webs here didn't want stuff to get out of them. Not by a long shot, no, sorry.
Well, I could use my magic to turn someone into a giant ape, and I know that they're very good for moving large objects. I used it to help renovate my house. Yes.
That's lovely
So,
and all, but
that's an option.
I would ask not to be turned into a giant ape. Thank you.
Please turn Rin into giant ape. Absolutely.
I could bring my elephant out. Is there enough room for an elephant?
Where's my elephant? Bring me my
I
elephant.
kind of feel like we got planned, and like we can drop elephant and giant ape on brownie bandits downstairs.
Okay.
Or I could just set fire to the web and
I feel like we should keep moving along. If we can set fire to the web sometime soon, it'd be a good
Okay.
idea.
So you've moved the stones with Yasune's mental strength, and with the help of the lightning, reduce that time to so that it's not as taxing for the single captain.
All
right. You can see with each drop of the stone onto this web, it does bounce it a little bit, but it doesn't seem to change the level of the flooring, as though there's a thick layer of web. So what do you guys do now?
Well, should we all come down
are
and
we
get ready to
setting
light
fire
it?
to the web?
Are you
Yeah.
setting fire to the web?
Lit up one.
So that will be create.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't revealed them. That's all. There's more to reveal. I haven't revealed them. That's all.
To be honest, Yasune, you are right. If the floor is gonna go, we should all be together, not apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I want to be where the brownies are gonna keep coming from. So I'm gonna go with the.
That's right. These
Okay,
rocks
so
kind of
you
look like
have
big
one in
brownies.
mind.
Okay, so you're heading all to the south.
Yep.
You can see Juan preparing her fire spell to burn the webs, and as it touches the small layer of sand, the flames, as even though they're magical, they collect a bit of the sand and the salt, and they change different colors.
Ooh.
The runes that were shining with elvish text have now vanished, as though the sands themselves were forming them. As the flames consume the sands, the webbing starts to ignite all around this particular dome with suffocating poisonous gas as it burns the webbing. Those of you at the
Okay, I'm
entrance,
going to move
I
back.
need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. So if
I
you're
just
within
moved.
15 feet of the circle,
That is me.
con saving throw, please,
Ooh.
from the fumes.
Oh,
Okay,
that's actually right. That's 21 for
That's
Riker.
very kind.
21. Riker was already fine. You needed a 12 and higher.
Alright.
So all of you were fine. You managed to not breathe in this poisonous fume
Oh,
of copper sulfide. And you can see that the flames have little effect on the web.
Oh.
It burns one layer, but it doesn't burn through. The rocks, they continue to push underneath, but after a certain layer, they seem to roll off a certain distance, as though there is something underneath there covering this entire section. Do you
Well, that's something
continue
big.
with this plan?
Do we hear that draconic voice again?
Is anyone else speaking Draconic?
Rin, no one's speaking draconic. Rin can understand draconic, but he hasn't said anything.
There is no Draconic being said. Not really, no.
Well, it's a shame it didn't work, but we may have to continue onwards nonetheless. At least we have a path back now, which is nice in case of retreat being necessary. Yes.
I think we're good to keep going, and if we find this who wants snacks later, Yasuni and I turn him into snacks.
Very well. You two can lead the way if you want that to be the case.
Sure. Curiously slashing the webs.
It's your choice. You can go ahead.
Sure.
Are you good?
With your
Work
cut
it.
list.
All right. Go ahead. You're just cutting webs, right? So you're pulling them up, and you're just slashing. There's no check for that. I mean, you're not like hacking away at it with two hands. So after a little bit of slashing, you can feel that there is a form underneath trying to get out.
Oh, do not let that thing out.
How big is it? You're not sure, but it seems to move the boulders like they're little stones.
No, very, very much a no. So very much a no. Please do not let that thing out.
Those of you who understand Draconic, you hear this. One more layer, and I will free again.
There's one more layer, and he'll be free again. Rin, I don't know. You got feelings about that?
Very, very much so. Rin will shut back, draconic. You stay down there. Stay down. No out. Stay down.
Only the Elvish masters can control me. And they're long since dead.
Okay. Well, there might be a better way to kill something rather than unleashing it at a point where it could easily flee. Perhaps if we...
Well, you do have a good point. I don't know, Yasune, like, Rin seems more panicked than usual. Like, maybe we go get this guy some other time.
Yeah, I wish to, just wish to be, safe enough. Please don't break any more webs. Alright, so I guess we look down the passageway then?
Okay, so you look down the passageway, reveal more of it. It sort of winds through the sands. You can see the structure itself doesn't give too much light, but with the water element, as it sort of walks or motions down this tunnel, it seems to give off very crystallinic light, as though there is still some old elven magic in this passage. And you emerge at a set of staircase heading up.
Heading up?
After the tunnel, yes.
Oh.
You've just fallen 100 feet.
Okay.
After this tunnel, you end up at one.
Ooh.
Let me reveal the tunnel heading upward.
Is this a well-known tunnel, or is this tunnel some sort of lesser-known secret?
This looks pretty well known compared to
For whatever reason, you're not sure. but the tunnel itself, where you came out of, that was the exit.
Ah.
So that was the northern exit. You headed south through a tunnel with the guide of the elemental. We'll just have to draw another one when we get there. You can see a set of staircase heading up onto a like a grassy podium. Think of what do you call it? Vineyard vines.
Oh, nice.
Onto like a winding platform made of like oaken vine. So this is very much elvish made. The staircase are made out of leaves, and they're not. They're filled with like vibrant life.
Classic elven architecture, goddamn forest underground. I mean, how this thing gonna grow? Like,
how does it look like it could support weight?
You test it. It supports the same amount of weight as the webs, as though the bounce is the same.
Oh, all right. Well, let's start moving up the staircase then. People okay with that?
my reasoning was we entered through the northern exit. We're going south, which presumably means we're going towards the middle of the temple complex.
Yeah.
I mean, that may be a logical leap, and I'm happy to be. But like, I think that tracks logically. Rin?
Heading direct. Hey, if you head away directly away from the entrance, it does make sense that you would find your way a bit more towards the center. It'd be hopefully nice and safe. Hopefully.
Oh,
with
Rin,
less...
I think I'm getting smarter by being around you, perhaps. No, Shalinda 1? Am I dumber than I thought I was, which was pretty dumb?
You're not dumb at all. Don't be so stupid.
Well, I mean, real talk, guys. I can't read. Like, it's okay. We don't have to. I mean, you guys are lovely, but
You've got different skills and abilities than most of us.
Okay, so
And
as
they're
you
a benefit.
so as you start to look around, not just on the staircase, you see something familiar in this particular region. In the southwest of where you stand, as you emerge out of this cavern, this tunnel, you see similar like hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphics.
Yep. Yep. I can say it. Hieroglyphics. Yes.
All right.
Similar to the depictions of where you got. Yes. The little apple.
Ooh, okay.
Winston, don't you be doing this now. Oh, you naughty boy.
You can even see a mural about the mystic water.
Ooh, can Rin read into some of
this particular wall?
Can Rin read?
Go ahead.
Check for traps. Check for traps. Check for
Winston,
traps.
are we seeing this like on the cavern on the other side of an abyss, or like the walls around us? I can
Just
see
the walls around you.
That's a wall, not an abyss. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The black. Just think of it as a very tall pillar that reaches the ceiling.
Very cool. Thank you.
And there's murals all around.
Ooh.
Elven depictions.
So that's a 16 for your trap
with a
checking?
16, you cannot see any traps, but you can sense some traps. Not on the walls, but further ahead.
Well, if the walls are safe, can Rin try and read some of the walls then at least?
All right. Roll a history check.
History check. I'm gonna add guidance because I like to get guidance for my history check.
Rin whispers this to himself in a really deep voice. It's like he's fully crazy. Like I've never heard that voice in my life.
That's a nat 20.
And all these natural 20s.
Oh,
all right.
I'm a natural brunette, and I got a natural 20.
All right, nice.
Natural redhead.
Right. With your 28, this is what it reads. It gives you a description on how the Mystic Waters have come about.
Ooh.
They are a Fey creation. They add elvish energies of the Feywild into various objects to create an eternal water supply. Many of these artifacts exist from the depictions, but depending on how old these texts may be, it could be that the mystic water that you have attained is the last one.
Ooh.
From the depictions, it shows that there were 10 of these bowls with gourds to go with them to fill them up from the Feywild. And you can see even in the text that those loyal to the Fey can be brought back by said energy. Meaning they can embed people into stone and then pull them out with the same magics.
Curious.
You like it, do you?
Well, that's that answers at least some of the questions about
We literally just established in the last sentence that Riker can't read, so this information is not available to him at present.
Well, that's at least established some questions about how they put people in there and that, and how they got in the rock. Well, that's
The group feels uneasy about the revelations, but choose to continue to search within the chamber, where a mysterious altar is found. After some investigation, it begins to glow. Believing it to be a transformation altar, Riker decides to take his chances in an attempt to bring back Yes, but unsure of his upcoming fate, chooses to give his farewells to his friends. Rin and One use their abilities to alter the roots of magic and feed it into the altar, creating an intense light. However, when it faded, so did their hopes, as an abomination of a cross between the halfling, Yesh, and a dragon stood before them. In a move of panic, the group quickly assumes that their friend has been cursed, and Rin once again altered the roots of magic to remove the curse. However, this time there stood an elder dragon before them, now separated from the body of the small halfling. A fierce battle quickly broke out, but only when Yes finally regained consciousness did things begin to make sense. The mystical dragon was bound to Yes after a war that was an era old. During the time of an ancient elven war, a time before the lands of Odria became no more than a desolate land. A time when Yes was a loyal defender of Odria. Yes spoke of 3 other guardians, but had no knowledge of their whereabouts, but only key locations found by landmarks that could have been lost in the sands of time. After the tale, ancient elven ghosts appeared within the temple, giving warning for Yes and his dragon to return to their place of resting, or face the wrath of the elven spirits.